So money. The one thing to remember about money and your thoughts is you're not alone. We all get anxious about it, but how do you manage those dark thoughts? There is no one on the planet that doesn't worry about money. Even the most confident people worry about money. You look at the millionaires, they worry about money, but it's how they deal with that that's important. So let's look at some practical, actionable, simple things that you can do to help manage the process of money. So the first thing is talk about it. There was a song, I can't remember how the lyrics went, but I'm pretty certain they didn't end up with where we're going to get to. But let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's not hide it under a tree, in the ground, away in an envelope, in a drawer that you don't open because that's the scary drawer. That's true, but it's only going to make you more anxious. And there's that old adage, isn't there? Which is a problem shared is a problem halved. And if you don't tell somebody that you've got some money problems, then you've got all that resting on your shoulders all of the time. They might have some practical ideas how to get around it, what to do, how to do it, where to go. But you don't know that because you're just caught up in this big thing of money, I can't do it, I can't go, no money, 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 money. And you can't see a way out. And your way out is probably not going to be the right thing to do because you're just not sure where to go. And you'll jump up the first thing to try and solve the problem. And that's not the way to go. Talking to somebody is gonna help. It's definitely a way to go. Except that you can't control everything. The world is built on control. We all try and control absolutely everything. When we eat, how we eat, when we go to work, how we get to work, what we do at work. We're all in trying to control the process all the way along. And money's no different. But sometimes with money, you have to accept that you have to be a little bit out of control to keep in control. Because you've got to be able to manage the things. If you're trying to manage everything, it's not going to work. If you can just accept that one part of the money process you're a little bit out of control with, it's going to help you deal with the whole thing. So we talked previously that planning and budgeting can help. On other videos, we've gone through that, the process you can follow, what you can do to help doing that. But that can help deal with the anxiety around money because you feel more in control of the process. You understand what's going to happen, what money's going to come in, when the money's gone out, what that leaves you with. So that enables you to plan and spend more or less, but know that you've got money put aside for a rainy day. Have a routine. I know routines are boring, but there was this story that, some retired general of the Marines said, the one thing that people ought to do every day is make their bed, because that gives them a feeling of success. Because they've achieved something. They've made their bed once a day. If that's all they achieved, but they've achieved it. They've made a bed. And it's a little bit like with money, isn't it? If you've got a routine with money that goes, okay, I know I'm going to get my salary on whatever day, and you go to your bank, check your salaries come in, and you go, great, fine, tick in the box. I've got my money. Okay, right, now I can move to the next stage. Or you go to the bank and go, okay, on a Saturday I'm going to check what my balance is, knowing what's coming out, so I know how much to spend on a Saturday night, rather than going, right, I've turned up at the nightclub, I'm now going to spend a bit of money, or where's my card? There you go, ching, 100 quid. But you don't know whether you've got £100. And you get to it Sunday morning, not only have you got a hangover, you now look at your bank account going, how am I going to feed myself for this week? If your routine is to check that before you go and do it, it's going to make you feel less anxious going forward. Our world is built on comparing, probably. We all look at other people and go, well, look, he's got those designer shoes, or they're wearing those jeans, or it's that top, that car, that house, that holiday, whatever it happens to be. But at the end of the day, you don't know where they've come from, what money they've got, how they've got it, what are they doing to use that. So you comparing yourself to them is like apples and oranges. But what you don't know is they might have had inheritance to achieve that. Well, you haven't got the inheritance, so you can't do that. But you don't know, so you're comparing yourself and going, it's not fair. You beat yourself up about it, and that then leads to Captain Paranoia, because Captain Paranoia stands on your shoulder and says, you've done it wrong, because you haven't done that. So that's your fault. And what we should do is ignore Captain Paranoia, because Captain Paranoia is all about comparisons, and we've got no time for Captain Paranoia. Final thing, practice mindfulness. Take time to think about yourself, to concentrate on yourself, to think, okay, I'm just going to sit here, have a cup of coffee, sit in the sun, and just enjoy the fact that I'm having a cup of coffee, not thinking about anything, and enjoying the sun on my face, rather than thinking, I'm going to sit outside, sun on my face, have a cup of coffee, and worry about the fact that I might not be able to afford the next cup of coffee. It's not going to help you. That's going to make you more anxious about things. So just take the time to enjoy simple things, and that will give you the space to be able to concentrate on managing the wider process of money. We all get anxious about money. We can look at somebody and go, they're really confident, but we don't know how fast or how hard they're paddling under the water that you can't see. It's okay to be anxious, but in trying to manage this anxiousness, why not look at some books that could help you? So why not check out our video on 5 finance books that helped change my life?